Hello, I'm Pastor Jeremy Combs, and we're going to pause for a proverb. Let's go. Proverbs chapter 8, and we're looking at verses 26 and 27 to get us started. While as yet ye had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest parts of the dust of the world, when he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. At times, the Bible is repetitive. When we repeat something, it may be that maybe we're fidgety, we have some nerves, or we've just forgotten that already we'd shared that information. Well, God is never fidgety, nor is he forgetful. When God uses repetition, he's laying out a foundational truth. And here is the foundational truth. It is creation. God has shown us what we see, like as we're driving, we see the beautiful mountains. Maybe you've been to the oceans. Now he shows us two truths that we tend to overlook, or maybe even we're not able to see these truths. First, we tend to forget our place in God's big, beautiful world. True, we are the centerpiece, the highest part of God's creation as mankind, but we're reminded that we are the highest part of, boy, and the Bible puts it really blunt here, dust. Dust, though molded and given life by the hands of the divine. Secondly, we by ourselves, we may not see that the earth is a compass or that it is round. Before even science declared this fact, God had it in his word. And so kind of to think about how small we are in creation and how large creation truly is, we're reminded that wisdom was a part of all of that. God made no mistakes and he understood it all completely, even though we can't understand it. Verses 28 and 29, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea his decree that the waters should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth. John Phillips, who is an excellent Bible commentator, writes this: of the 197 million square miles that comprise the earth's surface, 145 million square miles of that are buried beneath the sea. That's amazing to think that only that's almost 2/3 or more would be under the sea. If the oceans were reduced by 50%, the amount of evaporation would be reduced proportionately, and similar changes would take place in rivers and lakes. The humidity and temperature of the atmosphere and the character of the seasons would be disastrously affected. Thus, we can see God's wisdom in the proportions of sea to land on this chosen planet. Well said, Mr. Phillips. And again, it reminds us of the things that we take for granted. How often we take for granted even the simple things like rain falling from the sky, the tide that is held back in the oceans, or even the dew that forms along the ground. God and his creation are above, compare, and beyond even our comprehension at times. Boy, what a mighty God we serve. Let's look at two more verses as we continue this theme of the wisdom in creation, verses 30 and 31. Then I was by him as one brought up with him. I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of the earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. God with wisdom created everything in this earth. He did so without regret, and he also did it with great rejoicing. Often when we build or make something, we have regret. Oh boy, I'm in a bathroom remodel right now. And the problems, and I wish I would have known, but we wish we could maybe, when you were cooking, put less sugar in that pie, or maybe the brownies were cooked a little bit too long. Although I love the crispy sections of the brownies on the edges. If you're working on your house, such as I have been, you wish you would have put in more electric outlets, or maybe a different kind of flooring. God never, ever second guessed his creation because he created it with wisdom. Building or completing a project always gives us a sense of joy or satisfaction. I may eventually get there with the bathroom, but I have no idea in that remodel. This is why God commands us to work. We need that purpose. We need that joy. Yet of all the beauties of creation, sunsets, mountains, tops, beaches, God rejoices over the habitable parts of the earth and the places designed for man, but he especially rejoices in them. And he does that because they help us to rejoice, and he loves you. So a lot of truth here, a lot of wisdom with creation. Pause and think about that today.